it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm here to do your August, sort of early September reading. Um, First, I want to say that we're in the eight, right? And the eight is transforming, right? It's fluidity. We keep moving in the eight, and it's time for movement, time for change, time to see the other side now. Okay. And it's really prevalent here. In the angels and ancestors, you have the wise one. And the wise one shows this old woman with an owl on her shoulder. The owl can see in all directions in the day or in the night. So it's really trying to see all points of view, or every part of something before we make a choice. It's patience, for one thing. And this says grow within your current situation. So, and she also has the raven here as well. So this balance of these two birds, this balance going on. So it's to make wise decisions, but take the time. And so it's growing within your current situation. And growing means evolving. Then you have the Lord, the Ten of Pentacles, the Princess of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Seven of Cups. So you're wanting to take control, for one thing. You could be dealing with someone or something in control, an organization, your landlord, your boss. This also could be you wanting to take control, wanting to be the king, or to be in control of what's going on in your life, because I feel like it's time for change with the Ten of Pentacles here. There's some sort of boredom or a creative process that has gone stagnant for you, and you want to expand again at this time. You want something new. You want to feel alive. You want to, there's something else you want to pursue at this time. You're starting to go around that eight to the other side, right? Movement. And in the Princess of Pentacles, we can see that she's focused on that single pentacle. In the 10, there's 10 pentacles. We've built it, we've done it, been there, done that. Now we're looking at something new, and we're thinking about where we're ready, where we're prepared, and we know enough about this to move forward in it. You could be feeling vulnerable, youthful, but at the same time full of energy and inspiration to move forward with this new idea, project, venture, whatever you're doing. And again, in the Hermit, it's like the wise one. We're trying to take time and think about this, and see the right direction, see the correct path to go down to pursue this. And I feel like you'll need to make a choice. You have a lot of options at this time. And it's not like that you'll have to give something up. It's just that you'll need to focus more on one or two things to out of, seven things. You'll need to become more focused, focus your energy, focus your thoughts and your time into something. So you won't be able to give yourself or these other things as much time, because you've been spreading yourself around. And so now it's time to reel that in and focus in to this one energy, just like with the Princess of Pentacles. And then you also have the Three of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Six of Diamonds. So there may be something going on within the situation you're in that troubles you, that feels not right, feels like there's something missing, you're out of the loop, could be a triangle situation. Anyway, and you're trying to use your instinct at this time. You may even get guidance from or have some sort of inner compass in yourself, where you're feeling that, for one thing, you're feeling that the time is ripe to move forward, to go ahead. And it's something to do in your financial and your security, like where you're living, what you're doing. You're trying to grow, um, perhaps a business, or where you are, what you do. You're ready to grow now. You're ready to expand, to move up a level. And I think it's the right time because something might happen around you that it just, you know, doesn't add up or doesn't seem right. You don't know if you want to be a part of that. And so this is helps you make the decision to move forward with what you want to grow. All right. In the body of the tarot here, you have in the recent past, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is that beginning after the 10, right? The Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. So again, there's a potential for a new start, a new beginning. You stumble on something, and this could be in relationship. Okay, this could be you could meet somebody you want to perhaps grow in relationship. Maybe you want to grow a business relationship. I think this has to do with work or relationships. Okay, and you're wanting to connect with others, you're wanting to reach out, you want to express yourself. There's a labor of love here too. There's something you really like doing and you want to grow it, especially here in the Three of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This is really wanting to grow something. This is looking forward to the path ahead, to where this will take you. You don't know, but you're encouraged and you're feeling that you want to put your energy, you want to take action on this for sure. And this could be new relationship. You're definitely open to something here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. In the Two of Swords and the Four of Wands, um, the Two of Swords, I'm going to tell you right now, is something that you don't want to see. You know it's there, like certain kind of energy at a place that kind of gets your spidey senses tingling. You're like, what's going on here? Well, I don't want any part of that. And so by saying, I don't want any part of that, you're trying to pretend like it doesn't exist for you. And while at the same time, you're joining a team, you're moving in somewhere, you're collaborating, you're joining together, working together here. um there's something about it that you don't exactly like, but you're trying to ignore, and eventually you're going to have to face it. But in the meantime, right now, you're just trying to enjoy the connection, the camaraderie, the team atmosphere, having that support, giving that support, that all that sort of thing. But there's something a little underlying there that or it could be just one person is unsure, or you're unsure about one person. You know what I mean? Someone might be a little bit leery about moving in. um Somebody could have some troubles that you're trying to overlook, saying, oh, I'll help them with that and I'll make them better. And we convince ourselves of things when we want something, right? So just be a little careful of that. In the present, which is like now or in another week or so, week and a half, you have the Star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Fool. So it shows that you've been healing. Like I said, you've been really thinking about something, trying to clear the murky water, trying to sort out your thoughts and saying, okay, what do I know and what do I don't know? I'm telling myself a lot of things that I don't know for sure. And so you're wanting to be clear. Okay, you're wanting to be wise, because the Star is coupled with the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is strategic. He's not stupid, and he sees the board very clearly, right? And that's in the Star. She's clearing that water so that you can see all the way to the bottom, and trying to be honest, right? Trying to be like, she's naked, not only because she's vulnerable, but because she wants to present who she really is. You know what I mean? There's an acceptance there. And then in the King of Swords wants to be strategic, is very wise, has learned from the past, has learned all the lessons of the mind. Okay. Then in the Eight of Pentacles, it is coupled with the Six of Cups. Now, there's part of me that is wondering if you're focusing or working on a relationship from the past. The Six of Cups is a nostalgia or a family card. So it could be, someone from the past shows up again, or you're trying to focus on a relationship with someone from the past that could come around again. It could be a family member that you were estranged from or didn't talk to for a while, and now you're getting closer again and reviving that. But it looks like a lot of focus on relationship here to me, okay? And then in the Fool is ready to start new, ready to take a risk, even though in our heads we still have a bit of the marbles kicking around. We still have some doubts there kicking around. Mostly it's about ourselves. And the Nine of Spades or Nine of Swords, a lot of that is self-doubt, wondering if we deserve something. It's where something bothers us a little too much. We need to get out of our head and be that fool and just say, you know what, I'm going to go for it. What's the worst? It got to be better than this. So you're going to take the leap, a leap of faith. That new thing is going to open up. Then in the future, at the end of August or beginning of September, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So looks like you could be saving up for something. You could be putting some money away, getting ready for a move, because in the Four of Pentacles, you can see he's stashing money away in his chest for this bright sunny day. He's preparing, he's withholding luxuries and kind of doing anything he wants to save up for the sunny day. And so for this plan you have. And the Page of Rods is kind of doing something maybe that you've done before, but in a different way. Okay, so it's taking action, but different than you did before. Maybe you wouldn't prepare before. Maybe you would just take a leap and you just take what you had. But now you're having more preparation because you're the king now, right? You've learned some lessons from before, but it's still new to you. In the Four of Cups, so in the Four of Cups, because I think that what you've gone after, what you've hoped for, is not exactly what you're getting. Okay, what you really wanted was this cup up here, but what you're getting offered are these cups down here. There's a little disappointment to this, okay? And so this is why you're doing this planning, this preparing, because you really want that cup there. Okay, that's how you want it to be anyway. Maybe not a person. You want this relationship or this time to be something better. Not, and it's not expectation. I think it's about your effort here. Okay. Because I think you've been disappointed in the past. You've lost people, and there is still something to build on in these relationships. In the mistakes we've made in this past, there's still something to build on. All right. And then you have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles again. This is bookended by the Four of Pentacles. So it's about withholding. Someone could be withholding in this relationship, whether it's business, family, love. Someone could have been withholding. This could be yourself or the other person, and not really sharing, not really give and take sort of thing like that. And so you're willing to leave. You want all the cups filled, like in this Four of Cups. You expected this. This is what you're told you're getting. This is what you talked about, and then it didn't happen. So for you, if it doesn't happen, you're moving on because it's emotionally not satisfying for you. And you know that what you want is out there. You know that. So you want to be with something that's more equal, that's more sharing, like the Six of Cups. This is uh, uh, giving, give and take, and it's sharing and wanting the same thing, having the same picture. And this is what you're really focusing on. You're focusing on those kind of relationships, all right? So let's have a look at the cartomancy. I've already shuffled and everything. I didn't lay them out because my arm always sticks to them. Let's move these in a little bit. I have to move all those up. I need room. I need room. So I make 7 piles and I go around 3 times to make sure there's 3 cards in each pile. And you got to take your time a little bit or you'll miss a pile. Sometimes you miss that middle one and keep going. In your present situation, I think that you're really focusing on yourself and what you would like, okay? You may want to travel. You may want to be more secure. I can see that you're more ambitious at this time and you're wanting to really take care of yourself. This could involve you. The King of Clubs could be you or someone around you. This is a brown or hazel-eyed person. They're dynamic. They are creative. They're a problem solver. They come up with really good ideas and solutions. And I think this is partly yourself too. Like this is what you're doing. And I think you're making choices for yourself at this time too, going after what you love, what you want, what are in those cups. So you're being more ambitious at this time. And I also feel like you deserve this, right? You're focusing on what you want instead of taking what's offered. Coming in, you have the Four of Spades, the Three of Spades, and the Two of Spades. So the Four of Spades is definitely doubt and disappointment, okay, over an obstacle. There's some sort of obstacle to something going on in your life, which is going to cause separation. And I can see that anyway. You're walking away from something that's not, that's doesn't see the same picture as you. So I think this is kind of a good thing. Yes. So 5 of Hearts, 8 of Spades, and the 5 of Diamonds. So there's a big change coming here with these 2 5s, right? 5 of Hearts and 5. So both of these 5s are good change, all right? But it may be instigated by a conversation, discussion where there's a disagreement, okay? This disagreement is going to bring good change for you. This and the disagreement doesn't have to be a fight. It's just you don't see eye to eye. You don't share the same values anymore. You don't want the same thing, something like that. And it's going to create positive change in your life. Okay. I feel like this is a big gain for you. Also, too, it could be maybe not a disagreement, but maybe opposition of somehow, some sort of opposition. And it tells you that that's not the right way. If I'm getting that opposition, then that's not the right way for me. And so you're thinking, you're using that high priestess energy, using your instinct in your actual work pile. So it looks like there could be something ending at work or ending for the Queen of Hearts. The Jack of Diamonds is bringing news of an ending for this Queen of Hearts, I think. The Queen of Hearts could be a blue-eyed, fair-skinned person around you, could be female. This also could be a relative of your sister, mother, aunt, daughter, even. but they're getting news that something's coming to an end, or there's an end coming with the Queen of Hearts. Also could be the person you're interested in or you're in relationship with. And so this is announcement of an end, something coming to an end. And I think that you care about this person. I definitely think you do, but it's maybe run its course. This could be someone around work. They could be retiring. They could be moving on. It's bittersweet, it seems to me, the situation. How others are seeing you or influencing you. You have the Four of Hearts, the Three of Clubs, and the Ten of Diamonds. Wow. So, you know, there's a big change happening here, and you're investing in that change. Maybe before in your past, you were just thinking, oh, well, whatever, I can't do anything about it, and not really putting in, giving energy, manifesting, creating what you want in your life. You would just, perhaps some of you, not all of you, kind of gave up and waited to see what would happen. But now you're taking more control. You're putting hard work into something and ready to persevere for your success. The Ten of Diamonds is some sort of success, happiness, joy for you, the way that things are turning out. I feel like you could have a new clique or a new group of people, or maybe family that you're getting close to again. I think that you also uh, want, if you're not in a relationship or weren't in a happy situation, that's what you're looking for, working on now. And it may could be with just yourself on your own, or with a partner. You're seeking something happy. Wow. So in the foundation, you have the Nine of Hearts, the Jack of Spades, and the Queen of Clubs. So the Nine of Hearts is a wish card, okay? And it's out of some sort of trouble that's happening. You're getting your wish with the Queen of Clubs. The Queen of Clubs is a brown or hazel eyed woman. Sometimes she's kind of a humanitarian, will like save dogs and save people. She's a saver kind of thing, she saves things, and and is very good at coming up with ideas on how to do it. Very determined too, I might add. Could be a real card as well. But anyway, I feel like there could have been some trouble, or trouble caused for this person, or they could have a troubled young person in their life, teenager, young adult, child. Not a child anymore, though I feel like they're grown. But anyhow, I feel like there's some sort of wish happening out of this trouble or troubling news, all right, that came along regarding this person. And it's good for you, what's happening in that situation. And the surprise, well, Gemini, look at this. Two of Hearts and the King and Queen of Diamonds. So the Two of Hearts is definitely a date, a meeting, getting together, seeing eye to eye. This is definitely attraction and a good match. We have the King and Queen of Diamonds here. This is a natural couple, okay? This is a mature couple too. These are older people. It's someone you could get together with later in your life, and you're at this time now, later in your life and your maturity, where you could be reconnecting, because there's the feeling of someone from the past. I get the feeling you already know this person. I don't think they're new. I think you already know them. So I feel like there could be a reconnection with this person. And um and so that these two are a natural couple. They have the same view of things. They share, they have a lot in common. They have a lot in common, okay? And this is a happy reunion, union, date, whatever this turns into. This is the beginning of some sort of good relationship. So this is a surprise for you. You kind of don't see this coming. You don't see this coming out of all this stuff, because at first something needs to end before this other thing can bloom, because something's going to bloom here for sure. Okay. Wow, this is really good for you, Gemini. I'm so happy to hear this. I feel like you've been needing change for a while, and maybe felt out of control or not able to do anything about what's going on in your life. But it's come to the point where you're able to do it. You're able to take care of it. You are you have a clearer picture of the choices and what you want to focus on now, and you have the energy to do it too. You're ready to commit and put in the time and energy, so I think that's what I'm going to call it, something blooming here or something like that. But anyway, in another 2 weeks I start a full-time position, and so I'm not going to have as much time for doing the videos, which is why I'm late this month. I was filling in for somebody. So next month, for September videos, I'm going to do 3 videos a week. Pick an element like fire or air, and I'm going to do the air all one week, the fire all the next week, and so that I can spread my energy out, because sometimes I'm just too tired. I don't have the energy. So I thought 3 a week would be reasonable. I think I can handle that. And I will put a post up saying which week is going to be which. Anyway, let me know if this resonates for you, and I can't wait for this wonderful surprise. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye now.